this issue all about, whether police camp is being converted into an educational institute, or Assam government is saying that police camp is, or battalion camp is, nothing short of an educational institute. We have to talk about this. We have to talk about a lot of stuff. The most important point from exam perspective here is, from UPSC perspective, especially UPSC perspective as well as non-UPSC perspective, is NGT, National Green Tribunal rather. Oh my God. The number of UPSC mains question, pre-question, which has been asked on NGT is, if you see last 10-15 years, you will realize what I'm saying. So these are some mains question, 2020, 2017, 2013, and then pre-questions as well have been asked on NGT. So we'll have a look at NGT, we'll have a look at this particular case, NGT, which kind of body it is it a constitutional body, statutory body, executive body, which kind of body it is. If it is an, let's say, statutory body, if it has been established by an NGT Act, when was this act passed? Was it passed in 2010? Then what is principle of natural justice versus code of civil procedure? There's so many things which we have to talk about. What do these words mean? Fine. First of all, let's have a look at this particular issue and let's try to understand whether NGT is being converted into, turned into a toothless tiger or not. Because generally, like NHRC, there is National Human Rights Commission. We talk about how it has become a toothless tiger. And then some people say Election Commission of India slowly moving towards it, although I don't believe in it, and we can always agree to disagree on it. So is NGT, National Green Tribunal, turning into a toothless tiger? Before we talk about all these things, let's have a look at this particular article published in Indian Express, page number 12, April 25, 2025. And what is happening here? Police camp. So Assam government is saying that these police camp which are there on forest land, they don't need to go through environmental clearances because they are nothing but educational institution. So what do you think about this particular statement of Assam government? Do you agree with this, that police camp, battalion camp, they are educational institutions, sir? They spread education. So Assam government told NGT that a commando battalion camp in Hailakandi district is exempted from environmental clearance because it qualifies as an educational institution. And people are saying that no, these type of concessions are being misused of police or battalion camp. They are eroding environmental laws and they are, undermining environmental laws, and this is not correct. Under SEIAA, please pay attention to the words here. They are very important from exam perspective. You already know how UPSC, especially UPSC, loves environment, and it's top, in UPSC pre, they ask around 20 questions every year because IAS and IFS exam, they both happen. The pre is same for both of them. So forest service, environment. So please pay attention. SEIAA, what is this? State Environmental Impact Assessment Authority. So this is constituted under Environmental Protection Act. There is an EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment. Environmental Impact Assessment means, let's say we have to construct a project. What will be the future impact on environment? So that is taken into consideration. So the Assam government is saying that no, sir, we don't need to take clearances. We are an educational institution under SEIA's interpretation. Again, you will understand everything. Just be with me. NGT's direction, NGT principal bench. There is a principal bench, then which is in Delhi. Then they have other benches. We'll talk about NGT in detail in few moments from now. They are saying that, okay, Assam government, whatever you are saying, give us on record, give us in writing. We will write that yes, these police camps, battalion camps, which have so many things, and they are an educational institution. They are not violating any environmental laws. Basis of exemption. Assam government is saying something more. They're saying that in 2025. If we go back further, let me tell you one more important fact related to SEIAA. It is created under, or it has been created under Environmental Protection Act plus, just give me a second, plus MOEFCC. They make sure that these SEIAA are created. MOEFCC, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Very good. Okay, let's focus. So basis of exemption, Assam government is saying that in 2025, Environment Ministry, they issued a notification which exempted building projects, you can see here, up to 150,000 square meter, like schools, colleges, hostels and warehouses. So these things, these school, colleges, warehouses, etc., they are not required to go through environmental clearances, and we are just following that. Then the counterpoint was, sir, Assam government, this particular Environment Ministry notification has been put on hold by Supreme Court judgment. So you cannot cite this particular thing. The camp is being built on a forest land, and the author of this particular article in Indian Express, they are saying that this is a blatant violation of environmental laws, and there is a debate about environment versus development. There's a tussle. And in this scenario, environment is undermined, development is taking precedence, and this is not cool, because there has to be a balance between environment and development, and the point at which environment, the talks about environmental conservation and development balances itself, that point is known as sustainable development. So constructed area is around 19,668 square meter only. Very small area, right? No, this is a sarcasm. The site includes a kill house. What is this kill house? You kill people there? No. You go through the drills, you go through the mocks, you understand how combat happens and everything. So kill house, drill shed, similar to kill house. So watchtower and training center, it's a big, we have to understand here, it's a big project, and the impact it will have on environment is huge, and that's why we are talking about it. And that's why many people say that classifying police or battalion camp as educational institution is not at all cool, sir and ma'am. Classified as an educational institution because of training facility for cadets, physical, mental and spiritual well-being. So what do you think? The question mark is for, do you agree with this assessment that yes sir, police camp, battalion camp, they are educational institution, they are not undermining any environmental law clearances here? Opposition by intervener. Parul Gupta ma'am, she is saying that, and she's the counsel, and she's saying that 2000 notification, which Assam government is talking about, that under that we don't need to go through clearances. This is just an educational institution. They're saying that first of all, that notification no longer is an application, sir and ma'am, is no longer, you cannot apply it because Supreme Court has stayed it. And camp has no resemblance to an educational institution. So she is giving 2 points. First, you cannot talk about the 2025 notification. It no longer exists. Supreme Court has stated. Second, this is not an educational institution. This police camp, battalion camp, which has kill house and this house and that house, it is not an educational institution. And this is just misleading. You are just misleading court, you're misleading NGT, you're doing nothing else apart from that. Supreme Court notification, April 15, Environment Ministry said that, yes sir, Supreme Court has stayed on that 2025 notification, which brought an exemption to schools, colleges, etc. And we have seen 150,000 around square meter area, right? That those were exempted. So now let's talk about NGT. This is the issue which we have just seen, whether you agree with Assam government's decision or not. And if you are in Assam, if you are in that particular district, you know something more, that we need that battalion camp, sir. So sometimes we have to float the laws and do this and that. You can share your views and you can talk about this particular issue, whatever you want to. But the more important fact is NGT. It is a statutory body established under National Green Tribunal Act 2010, quasi-judicial body. If you go by economic survey, they say that we have so much pendency of cases in Supreme Court, High Court, subordinate courts. So that's why we need to bring these quasi-judicial bodies like NGT so that they can deal with environmental issues, environmental cases. Like once you become a civil servant, your cases will go to CAT and SAT, Central Administrative Tribunal, State Administrative Tribunal. These are again quasi-judicial bodies. They will make sure that, like we talk about average pendency of cases in courts in our country is 5 years. So you don't take that much time in these quasi-judicial bodies. Fine. So that is what is being written here. You can have a look at it. Do remember NGT Act 2010 will also solve a question on all the information which we are doing right now. Means, reading right now. So be with me. Jurisdiction deals with civil cases. There was a video which I made where Supreme Court has said certain things about UP government, whether like they were converting many civil cases into criminal cases. You can go and watch that video regarding whether there is lawlessness in UP or not. Again, my UP friends, don't kill me in the comment section. So that will tell you what is the basic difference between civil case and criminal case, which is a crime against individual or organization, which is a crime against society. And yeah, so civil cases, in which case you can get death penalty, in which case you will not get death penalty. So NGT deals with civil cases. And you can see here, the more important fact is, remember these acts: Water Act, Air Act, Environmental Protection Act, and the year in which they were passed. I have seen in many exams, they have given a chronology. They will give you Water Act, Air Act, Environmental Protection Act, Biological Diversity Act, and they will tell you to arrange them in chronological order in when they were promulgated. So these years, they are very important. You cannot forget them. Oh my God. Okay. So powers, NGT has power to hear appeal. Again, like most of the quasi-judicial bodies, what power they have, these powers are bestowed to NGT and some more. They can impose penalties, etc., etc. Benches, we were talking about the benches in the initial part of our, video today. Principal bench, New Delhi, zonal benches, Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai. do remember the principal bench part. Notable feature. It is a fast track tribunal. They have to resolve cases within 6 months. It's not like we have seen average pendency of cases in our country in judiciary is 5 years. It will not happen here. Ideally, they will resolve the case within 6 months. Follows, now there are some important terms here. Principle of natural justice, it follows, not code of civil procedure. What is the basic difference between these two words? Natural justice versus civil procedure. So codes of civil procedure, that is generally applied when civil law, civil cases goes to different courts or quasi-judicial bodies. So they are binding, they have been codified. But principle of natural justice, it's not written. It's very flexible. It's not, as rigid as codes of civil procedure. So you think from the perspective of both the parties and then you make a decision. So it's much more flexible. It's not written, unlike civil procedure, which is written, which is rigid, which is used to look into cases and, related to civil laws or civil jurisdiction. Hope I made some sense here. So NGT goes via principle of natural justice. They are not very rigid when it comes to jurisdiction, and they don't follow so-called the written laws. They just follow the conventions and everything. What you feel like is correct, they will go by it. Principle of natural justice, oh my God, versus code of civil procedure. Let's come back. Let's talk about this question. This is a question which you have to solve. Very important question. If you know the answer of this particular question, please post it in the comment section. NGT established under which act, deals with what, not bound by blah, blah, blah. There are 4 statements. What is the correct answer? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, D1, 3 and 4. Now, your views on this particular issue. Are you with Assam government or are you with NGT, or you are like, no sir, it cannot be either or. It's not always a binary. There is a middle path here. As Buddhism says, Ashtangika Marg, Visa Lame, VISALEMM, right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, or right meditation, or right concentration. Oh my God. So we have to, do you believe in the middle path here? You feel like nobody is totally correct, totally wrong? And we have to talk about the middle path. Is there a middle path here? Whatever is your view, or whatever are your views, you can post it in the comment section along with the answer of the question which I just asked. I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of the objective question in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shub, because study should be fun. Very good. And you can join our April morning batch. Admissions are closing on 30th April 2025. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount and do it at the earliest if you are a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant. And that's it from me. I look forward to your comments, to your views, to the answer of that question which I asked. Take care, be blessed, tata.